Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Explore and Engage with Anam. In cities that are run by left-wing politicians, the government has sinister plans to push people out of their homes. Now, it may sound unbelievable, it may sound crazy, but that is true, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. Government entities in cities that are run by left-wing politicians have plans to destroy home ownership for middle and lower income Americans. Politicians have come up with plans to increase homelessness. Believe it or not, this is happening, and I'll tell you what's going on in the city of Chicago. In Chicago, many residents are facing record high property tax bills. This is happening in the southern suburbs of Chicago. Some residents are reportedly going to see their tax bill double. Soaring property tax bill. Reportedly, if there are vacant businesses in a community or homes that have not been sold, the remaining property owners will end up facing the burden of having their taxes increased because of that. So if there are vacant businesses in a community or homes that have not been sold, then the remaining property owners will bear the burden of high taxes. And let me tell you, lots and lots of things are going up. Cost of living has gone up. Cost of food, cost of gas, cost of so many other things have gone up and are going up. And now, property tax is soaring in a place like Chicago, in the southern suburbs. So what happens to those who cannot afford to pay the high property tax bill? Will those homeowners lose their homes? Of course, the government says, oh, you can find more information about a payment plan if you visit this website or that website. Well, let me tell you, a payment plan doesn't reduce the total amount of the bill. It probably just allows a homeowner to spread the cost into smaller payments. And that's the thing with payment plans. Whenever you're faced with a massive bill for whatever, and you need help, if you've got a huge bill and you need help, you think you can't pay the bill, the authority, whatever authority that may be, that authority will tell you about a payment plan that they're offering, a payment plan. What an example of kindness. A payment plan. No, a payment plan does not help. You still have to pay, but over a period of time versus all at once. So it drags your pain out longer. So why is the residents in the south side of Chicago, why are those residents facing such high taxes? There are many lower income individuals who live in the south side of Chicago. There are many people of color. There are economically disadvantaged individuals who live in Chicago on the south side. And the left-wing politicians of Chicago, they pretend to be friends of the poor and friends of the people of color, but they are not. The left-wing politicians of Chicago are the enemy of the people. Their policies result in economic torture. The left-wing politicians of Chicago are torturing the innocent homeowners by implementing policies that are resulting in such increase in taxes. And you know what? It all seems to be a part of a plan. Now let's go back to the COVID outbreak. Let's go back to what happened when the COVID outbreak started. the Democrat politicians, they advocated for lockdowns and shutdowns. And as a result, our supply chain got disrupted and shortages took place and prices went up. And because of the shutdowns and the lockdowns, businesses were hurt. People lost jobs and people got into debt. It was a chain reaction that happened. And then, when the economy opened up, as a country, we had already fallen way behind. People did not recover from the losses. And on top of all of that, the Biden administration opened up the southern border and illegal immigrants poured into the country. Then the left-wing politicians in Washington engaged in reckless spending. And that resulted in significant increase in national debt, and inflation skyrocketed. Prices of everyday items went up, and there appeared to be turmoil in the housing market, with prices of homes rising so much that many young Americans gave up their hope of becoming homeowners. Energy prices increased significantly, and there seems to be bad news all around us. Prices are not going down. Prices just keep going up. And now people are facing such circumstances that they may lose their homes because of record high property tax bills in Chicago. And it's not just Chicago. Just a couple of months ago, news broke that in the city of Milwaukee, homeowners got their new property tax assessment, and on average, the properties are up about 17%. 17%. Reportedly in 2023, a Milwaukee home was assessed at about $140,000, and now it is up to $167,000. Can you imagine that? And that means more and more money out of the pockets of American homeowners and more money for the government run by left-wing politicians. And guess what? When property taxes increase, the rent will also increase. Everyone will suffer. People in cities run by left-wing politicians, people in those cities are suffering, and it all seems to be part of a plan by left-wing politicians to take money and resources and savings away from the hardworking American people. And so poverty will go up. The left-wing politicians are in charge, and because of them, because of their policies, poverty will go up. Homelessness will increase, and quality of life will fall. Poverty going up, homelessness increasing, and quality of life falling. All because of left-wing politicians and their policies. The political left is not a friend of the American people. The political left has a sinister plan to grow the size of the government and to rule each and every aspect of American life. This, my friends, this is unacceptable. I just want people to understand the kind of danger that lies ahead. I want people to understand what's happening in this country. People must reject the left-wing politicians and their efforts to increase taxes and fees on the American people. This November and going forward, beyond November, going into next year and beyond, we must all reject left-wing politicians and their policies. Reject them at the ballot box. Reject their efforts to grow the size of the government. Reject their policies, reject their plans, and reject their ideas. Protect our rights and freedom. Protect American homeownership. Thank you for continuing to listen to my podcast, my friends. Share with me your thoughts. I want to hear from you. Visit my website, tausifanam.net. If you have any questions, ask me those questions. If you have thoughts and opinions and comments and views that you want to share, please share with me whatever you want to share with me. Share with me your thoughts, my friends. I want to hear from you. I want to know your opinion. So go to my website, tausifanam.net. You can also send me an email. My email address is tausif@tausifanam.net. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you once again. And I'll be back with a new episode of Explore and Engage with Anam.